Hello everyone. Sorry about the chroma key in the last video. My head was going invisible and there was flickering around the corners. Now it should be slightly better because I micromanage those keys and stuff. But yeah, with the better chroma key, we're gonna watch Total Annihilation Kingdoms review. Total Annihilation. Oh my god, reminds me of Annihilation. Shared Suffering trademarked by SsethTzeentach. Let's go in kind of 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey people, Seth here. What a beautiful day to make terrible content.
Oh
Unfortunately, we're under quarantine. As such, there's been some delays, but adversity demands adaptation. So here's a filler episode. This episode has been brought to you by comfy dystopian gaming setups and Seth's complete disregard for personal health and safety.
Yes, that's the best way to start your computer. By shorting the power thing, pins. But to be fair, it always works. But make sure
and
buy
Seth's complete disregard for personal health and safety.
Buttons.
Check it out. I like to call it I have no case and I must scream. Or alternatively I have no case, and I must scream.
It shows that he's building a budget PC because that's Zotac gaming. Yeah, every GPU I ever bought was Zotac. Zotac is so cheap and is reliable. It's better, so much better than Asus. To be fair, Asus has been so shit lately. It's everything. Every half a post on Reddit is about how shitty Asus is nowadays. It's like, what the fuck is going on? What the hell? And this is, by the way, sorry. First of all, sorry for the mic drop. This is for my neck. So, apologize. So it's some weird mystery I built. But yeah, the case seems fine. Everything seems to be fine. To be fair, there is no case, so it's very chill. As long as he doesn't smoke that much near it and maybe air below it every month or so, it's gonna be fine. What is that, a GTX?
Or, alternatively, watch me short the power pins on my motherboard with a screwdriver in order to start my PC. Please enjoy. Total Annihilation
used to do
is
that
a
for
highly
all my
regarded
rigs.
and generally well-loved
Because
RTS
the
from
case was so old, the
1997,
buttons
but
weren't working.
I never played that. I played the goddamn fantasy spin-off. Total Annihilation Kingdoms is a highly obscure and generally scuffed abomination of an RTS from 1999. But you know what? I was a child when I first played it, and children have no taste. Have you ever wanted to instantly lose a game by accidentally hitting the wrong keys on your keyboard? Have you ever thought to yourself, damn, have you ever wanted to instantly lose a game by accidentally hitting the wrong keys on your keyboard?
Control A and Control D. How the fuck? Oh, that's so easy to push. What the fuck? That's so easy. Use A and D a lot and use your control. Your fucking fingers are... Bro. Okay, that's fucked up.
Keyboard? Have you ever thought to yourself, damn, I love the audio in this game so much, I wish it would stutter constantly, so each time I select a parrot, it might just blow out my eardrums. Have you ever wanted a fantasy game which realistically simulates air traffic congestion? Regardless of your answers, this video will still continue. Total Annihilation Kingdoms is a real-time strategy game about 4 sorcerer kings in the fictional world of Darien. All 4 are siblings, so naturally, they have to kill each other. As such, that is the objective of the game.
Why is it in every royalty, in every power play, siblings have to kill each other? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why isn't the family sticking together and become stronger and more... like a strength.
That is the objective of the game. Elsin is a handsome Giga Chad. As the most powerful of the 4, he can cast the ultimate spell, Rock, to which there is no defense. Karena, I hate Karena. She's garbage. Like all women, she can grow a second pair of legs and swim underwater, probably to lay eggs and avoid responsibility. She also has spells. Can you guess what they are? Wow. Water splash. Wow. Homing air bubble. Go fuck yourself, Karena.
Is she really that bad? What the fuck?
Lockin is a
the heck?
confused old man that doesn't know where he is. He can cast fire, and his special ability, like all elderly people when their time has come, is to disappear. Fursha, which I don't know how to pronounce, is amazing. She can fly and do drive-bys on the enemy. Also, she's not Karena. Each of the 4 sorcerer kings leads their own respective
She
nation
really
with their own
hates
unique
Karena.
units that you summon
He really
using
fucking
magic.
hates
Magic requires
Lost
mana.
bunch of
Mana
games to
has
him.
to be pumped out of the ground using magic. Look, it's all quite simple. We learned about this in high school. It's the reason why
Everybody
our
keeps saying
world
that
is
because
so
they know the fucking
dysfunctional.
blood.
Because we too have been ruled by the same timeless sorcerers for all eternity. Unlike mortals, they do not die. They are only remade and reborn. If, hypothetically, Senator
Please!
and Dreadlich Bernie Sanders passed
God
away,
damn it.
hallowed be thy name,
No,
his
Bernie's
essence
a
would not
great
leave
person.
this plane. Why is that? Because his phylactery
To be fair, I vote for an undead Bernie. Because we know he's gonna be immortal and he's gonna speak shit.
Phylactery is still intact. Simply accept that there is no hope for us, only happiness in servitude and sweet release in
I love
death.
this faction.
Aramon are the sensible humans who live on land. Their units include
Oh,
man,
Norris.
horseman, and civilized man. They also have long-range artillery,
Oh my
trebuchets,
God.
trebuchets, often outrange the entire map. And once you've built one, the game is already over. In a tactic commonly known as the drone
Jesus
strike, all you have to
Christ.
do is guess where the enemy king is currently moving and get lucky. Aramon is clearly
That's
very
fucked up.
balanced. Varuna dominates
That's okay. That's fucked up. That's like a 0 cooldown Scott's
the
strong.
enemy king is currently moving and get lucky. Aramon is clearly very balanced. Varuna dominates the water unless you play against Zon.
Is there a way you can? Is there a place you can put your king that is like secure from these like weird global attacks? What the fuck? Is there like a building with enough like
Very
defense or something?
balanced. Varuna dominates the water, unless you play against Zon, which gets to have the biological equivalent of a nuclear submarine. These
What
will
the
walk
fuck?
underwater, walk under your ships, and punch them to death. When playing Varuna, I recommend stopping. But if you really insist, then I recommend turning off your speakers. Zon is the Beast Nation, representing the combined interests of Big Furry and Big Scaly. They have no
What the fuck happened to RTSs when they put so like 20 different factions with like so many unique things? Nowadays the games comes, it has 4 factions and half of them use the same fucking assets like reversed with different colors. Like fuck, man. Like why can't we have RTSs with like 20
home,
different
but are
factions
constantly
nowadays?
on the move,
This is
setting
so
up
cool.
anthropomorphic conventions and
beasts,
luring
you can
young,
play as
impressionable
animals and
men into
enemies
their
and
ranks.
fucking
Those
weird
who
shit.
resist seduction get turned to stone, get torn to pieces by
You
racially
guys get
diverse
Kang's
orcs,
Wrath.
or get clubbed to
Command
death
and
by
Conquer
someone's
3.
fursona,
Bro, that was
only
so
to have
fucking
their
good.
body defiled and forcibly
as
raised as a
aliens,
smaller,
xenomorphs,
less original fursona. Zon doesn't
A
have
Z9?
buildings.
Oh my
They
God, I
use
forgot
units to summon other units, or get clubbed to death by someone's fursona, only to have their body defiled and forcibly raised as a smaller, less original fursona. Zon doesn't have buildings. They use units to summon other units. They're pretty damn fun and very
Okay.
different from the rest.
So
Then
very
there's
agile.
Taros. Taros is all about getting the job
you
done. The
have full
Tarosian
mobility
dictionary
to do
has
that.
no words for meaningless concepts such
What
as
the
ethics,
fuck?
morality, or conscience. It does, however, have a word for fuck yo crops and fuck this whack-ass flower bed. Get off my
Jesus
land, you
Christ.
squatting, rent-evading peasants. My favorite part
Oh
about
my
playing
God.
Taros is flying carpets, which are capable of performing some sick aerial drifts. Reject agrarian modernity. Embrace the carpet gatherer tradition.
That's perfection. That's like taking it to fucking 100. That's perfection.
Unfortunately, flying carpets also
Oh
take up
my
about
God.
95% of a screen at any given time, cause the vast majority of air traffic congestions and collisions, and can't hit a stationary object to save their lives. Oh yeah, Total Annihilation Kingdoms also had an expansion, which
What
added
the
another
fuck is with
faction.
the tanks?
Robots. I feel that we've regressed somehow. On the other hand, holy shit, Creon has some cool-ass units, and just a shame there's only 5 of them. They don't even have
Yeah,
a leader
they're
because
skimping.
their leader is dead.
They're becoming
Yet,
modern
the
Nazis now.
steam-powered
That's fucked
Boston Robotics replacement model is still somehow a better commander than Corinna. So what is the
Fuck
point of this
Corinna.
game? Why are you telling us about this?
Can you
Seth,
just mod her out?
bulbous, matzo-eating, oven-dodging, I don't know, mutual suffering,
Like, replace her
and
with
enjoying
Bitserina,
the
some
high-quality
bullshit
voice
like that.
acting. Doesn't feel any different from losing, and the odds are always stacked against you because the computer cheats, and unlike you, doesn't require scouts to see the entire map. As a result, I have to cheat because my alternative is pumping out hundreds of parrots to see even a fraction of what the computer sees, and I'm sorry,
Change the volume.
but they're
Oh my
very loud.
God.
Also, pathfinding has some issues. Units get stuck on each other, on objects, on terrain, and sometimes on themselves. I try to work around this by using
I fucking
air
hate
units.
that.
Unfortunately,
They
air
should
units
face
handle
each other.
very poorly. That is to say, they handle like high-speed
Unless you
jet
give them, like,
engines,
different
except
instructions.
they're
Because it's
reskinned
like,
to convince you otherwise.
Look at the size. There was no balance or like pixel balance. There is no balance. What do you call it? A scaling balance. Every unit is whatever the fuck the dude wanted to design on that day. So let's make the face
Except
each other.
they're reskinned to convince you otherwise.
fixes
Lord
everything.
forbid you accidentally
Any traffic,
overshoot
any
the
pixel
target.
density.
That means you'll have to cross the entire mountain range at several hundred feet, take a hard turn, and fly in for a second try. By which point, your target has likely
What is that
died of
icon,
natural
though?
causes.
Estoy.
Or, Lord forbid, you're handling a group of flying units. Good luck with hitting anything in that case, because they'll be spending their time avoiding mid-air collisions. There's many words to describe this game. Strange, cryptic, tinnitus, because it comes from a time when all information on a game was inside the manual. I know,
Holy
this is a
shit,
relic from
remember.
primitive times.
That
if you
was
actually
real.
read the damn thing, you'll find out it's incredibly easy. Don't believe me? Here's me winning 1v7 against the AI. Childhood is thinking that building the most aesthetic creatures with the most interesting abilities is an acceptable way to live your life.
Guys, I've just
Adulthood is realizing
56
that pumping out wave after wave
That's too many of them,
hideous,
though.
low-poly garbage directly into the enemy base and clogging it up until no movement is possible was the true path to victory. I give Total
Just use
Annihilation Kingdoms
capital
a
shit.
final
Fuck, what's that?
objective
Capital-
score
capital
of
up?
the studio
Fuck, I forgot.
filed for bankruptcy shortly after its release out of 10. I recommend it
Catapults.
if you struggle with repressed psychology and need a painful stimulus to relive your
Jesus!
traumatic memories of the past. Otherwise, it does
Stop!
provide a small amount
Oh
of
my
dopamine.
God.
The story itself is actually alright. There's not many games out there where Mission 5 already has you committing a holocaust. Most real-time strategy games would first
that's fucked
explain
up.
you the mechanics before asking you to fill a mass
But I mean,
grave.
having
I have
playing
no
evil
feelings about this
characters-
game. Yet, I remember a time when I
What
did.
makes
A
the games
time when my
perfect.
eyes were more innocent and my
Correct.
brain still undeveloped. Arguably,
everyone's-
not much has
everything needs to be
changed. But
British.
hey, it's my fleeting memories, and one day this video will
Okay,
be
that's
the
perfect.
only
That's a
evidence I
perfect-
have.
Yes. I love it. I love this so much.
Still undeveloped. Arguably, not much has changed. But hey,
Bro, like, look, they had a live 3D, like, mechanically. This is so fucking perfect. Main menu before it was cool. Like, I think I had seen bunch of them that was really good. Like Metro series had some of the best ones. Like Metro 2033, Last Light, Exodus, they all have great ones. There are some few ones too, like Bioshock Infinite had one of those. I love when the game does that because it doesn't really mean anything, but it's just that a little bit of effort that says, yeah, we have class. We care that much about our game. But holy shit, this is perfect.
it's my
Look at
fleeting
that, it's
memories,
cute.
and one day this video will be the only evidence I have that I ever had those memories to begin with. As
Sure.
always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. Please take care of yourselves and have a good one. Hey.
Fucking necromancy of thigh in that bitch. But yeah, listen. This game looks awesome. This game looks Age of Mythology on crack. I wish, is there a modding scene? I don't know, maybe I can just open up the things. If I can find anything to export it on GitHub. But yeah, see you later. See you all later.